Ilana, so tell me about some of the problems in terms of the operations of when choosing a migration investment of what your clients are looking at.
So it's very often not really the operational issues, and that's certainly not where we start. So when we start with this program, it's always more emotional. It's about what do people like? What do they want? What do they envisage for their family? Sometimes the couple doesn't agree about where they want to go or what they want to invest in. And very often, because investment migration doesn't require you to actually relocate to get the benefit, you make an investment and you have the rights and the options, but it doesn't mean you have to physically relocate. However, people tend to want to like the place that they invest in, right?
Yeah, you would like to.
so if somebody says to me, I've always wanted to move to Italy, then great, we start with Italy and have a look and see if it actually matches the rest of the criteria. Yeah. But then if we come back to the operational side, one of the many questions we have is how do we make this efficient? How do we move the money? Because regardless of where you come from, if you're American or Canadian or from South Africa or anywhere in the world, if you're investing in Europe or in South America or in the Caribbean, money has to move, right? So that's where your company comes in and you solve that problem.
Yeah, we've been working with a number of Ilana's clients and a lot of high net worths who are moving their money from one country to another. They might be investing in some of the programs which you're offering, they might be buying real estate, they could be buying a whole heap of things. So they are taking a global position in terms of exposure to currency markets, of which a lot of them don't know the costs. A lot of them don't really understand where to start looking, and that's where we help at CompareFX in terms of identifying the costs, helping them find more cost-effective solutions, and we only make money if we save you money. So
that's a very good point, because you take a percentage of the savings, so however much you save our clients on the rate. But you said something that's important here. It's not just the actual date of transaction, right? So when somebody makes an investment or buys real estate, there's an ongoing opportunity to help clients with their currency management.
Yeah, it's, normally with these programs, there's normally a couple of fees that you have to pay up front to get the process started, which are great opportunities for clients to test our product to see how much they can reduce their costs by. And then when they have the bigger payment of which they need, the big investment payment of which they look to make in the real estate or the fund of which they choose, then we're going to save them a significant amount on those ones as well. But it's the ongoing, say, maintenance fees of the property, maintenance fees in terms of their travel.
Or sometimes the yield that has to come back into a bank account, right?
Exactly.
So it's good to have those. So you can also help clients then open more private client type bank accounts. I know that's not your focus.
No,
but it is possible to identify these
multi-currency
banks.
accounts, right? Like multi-currency accounts will give the client the flexibility they need when they're looking to, say, make these investments, because it's quite hard when you're on the ground locally to get these accounts open quickly. And we've got our panel of providers that enable the client to act quick and fast.
Amazing, thank you very much. So that's one of the operational problems that we've managed to solve by having partnerships with professionals in our industry. Thanks, Giles.
Thank you, Ilana.